So this is a fish first cast. Yet to do the intro and all that, which I'll do shortly. But yeah, first cast, it's been out 5 minutes towards that tree, and it's a chub. What a brilliant start. Right, let's have a quick look at it. That's a couple of pound, but happy with that. Yes. Okay, first fish of the session. Lovely chub to get us started. 2.5 pound maybe, something like that. But yeah, I haven't quite finished setting up yet, so yeah, it's a nice good quick start to the session, and hopefully a sign of things to come today. Hi, good afternoon, I hope you're well. Welcome to the video. Back today on the River Severn after chub and barbel. I've had a very quick start to the session. Managed a small chub, probably 2.5 pounds, something like that. I've got the rods out, and I'll go through the tactics and techniques for the day and the bait and everything. It's a nice spot I've got today. I've not fished this stretch or this area of the river before. I'm still on the BAA ticket, just below Bridgnorth. But yeah, it's a lovely spot. But as I say, I'll show you the spot shortly. I'm hoping for a few barbel today. Really, the conditions are okay. It's quite muggy, quite mild, about 22-23 degrees. The weather has been horrifically hot in the last week, and it's been sort of early 30s. So yeah, it's been not really the sort of weather conditions for the river fishing, in my opinion anyway. I did come on the river a couple of weeks ago, and it was very low. It was quite mild, similar to this, and a bit overcast. The conditions looked quite good for it, but the river was so low and it was really tough. I managed one small chub, which I'll show a little bit of footage of. But yeah, it was really tough going, and I think that was just one small chub in a 6-hour session, and it took me 4 hours to get that one. So yeah, that one didn't make it on its own video. The last week or so, as I say, it's been really warm. I think it reached about 34 degrees, I think, on one of the days. I did manage to go down to my local lake and did some carp fishing. I think yeah, it was just perfect conditions really for a bit of surface fishing for the carp. I managed three nice carp on a sort of evening session, up to about 18 pound. But I'll show again, as well as the footage of a little bit of footage from the last session on the river here. I'll show a little bit of footage of those nice carp as well. Beautiful fish they were. So I'm going to get back to it, and as I say, I will show you the spot and tactics, etc. For today. But yeah, the river's looking pretty good, so yeah, fingers crossed. So this is the first spot for the session. As you can see, the river's up quite nicely. I don't know, maybe a metre up. Nice bit of colour in it, very different to when I was here a few weeks back. So hopefully that's a good sign. As you can probably see on the far side, got a very nice overhanging tree. River's pushing through a fair bit, but I seem to be holding bottom with a 3-ounce feeder on the far side. But yeah, it doesn't appear to be any debris or anything coming down the river, which is good. And just on the, I've got a second rod, so I've got my first rod over on the far side, second rod just on the inside here. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, there was just a little knock on that. So I've got ground bait feeder on both. Boilie on the inside rod. I've put probably about 10 bait droppers of pellets and boilies on the, just not too far out there on the inside. Put a boilie on that rod, and then on the far end rod again ground bait feeder with a pellet, and it was a pellet that had that earlier fish on. As you can probably hear and perhaps see, the river really shallows up further downstream there. So they do tend to say good spot to fish is sort of above the shallows or below. But yeah, it's a really nice spot. Just going to get a bit of a recast, get some more bait in, and sit back. I'll probably fish into the evening. And hope there's a few barbel around. Okay, I'll just run you through the gear I'm using today. It's my standard barbel setup. I've got my Shimano bait runner reel with 12-pound line, my Fox barbel rod. That comes down to a Corum ground bait feeder, and that's just on a Corum run rig system. I've then just got a little stick clip, I don't know if you can see that there, stick clip just to make the change of hook links nice and easy. And then at the moment I've got a hook link of 10-pound line, which is IQ2. I've got a size 8 Camazon barbless, and as you can see on there, I've got a pellet on it at the moment. The other rod is a very similar setup, although I have, just to try something different, I have actually used a clip system on this rod, similar to what you would do with carp fishing, just to see if that helps with hookups. With regards to the bait today, got a nice ground bait mix, Hinder's Blitz with I've got some maggots in there, I've got some pellets, and also some crushed boilies. So that's the ground bait mix for today. With regards to the boilies, I'm using the Source 15mm, which I have had some good success on in the past with a barbel. Haven't used them for a while, to be honest. Yeah, so on the hook it'll be either boilie or pellets. Got some pre-drilled pellets and some Grand Prix Max stinky pellets, and then I've got some loose Hinder's Ellipse pellets, and I've also got some meat as well, which I may or may not try later. So yeah, that's the tactics, that's the spot, tactics and bait for today. Just need the fish to oblige, and we're all good. There are some thunderstorms expected later, and of course I've forgot my brolly, so that'll be fun. Yeah, nice to be out. Okay, fish on, proper one. As I said earlier, I don't know this spot too well. Not sure how many snags there are. There is one over there which I've caught up in a few times. But I'm pretty sure this is a barbel. It's been a very slow session really. Managed a few fish, a couple of nice little chub. I had a little go with maggot and caught a dace. I'm sure I probably could have caught more. Whoa. But yeah, I fed quite a few boilies over on the far side. Oh, that's pulling. Yeah, I fed quite a few boilies over the far side, and then let that settle for probably half an hour. Whilst I was messing around with the dace. Whoa. And then yeah, it hasn't taken too long. I'm still on the ground bait feeder. Just switched over to the boilie, as I say. I did fine things down a little bit. I've gone down to an 8-pound hook link. So I've got to be a little bit careful. But yeah, this is lovely. I've probably got about another hour before the thunderstorm rolls in. And the lights just started to go a little bit. And right on cue, here's the barbel. Well, I think it's a barbel. Oh, that was pulling nicely. Right, it's right at my feet now. Whoa! Yeah, it's not massive, but yep, it's a barbel. Oh, great stuff. Right, how am I going to do this? I'll go under this rod, I think. Oh yeah, it's only a little one. God, don't they pull? Oh, it's probably about 3 or 4 pounds, something like that. Come on then. Oh, really? Ah. Yes! Brilliant. Oh, that's a great way to potentially end the session. Right, let's give it a little rest and then we'll have a look at it. Okay, there you go. Hopefully you can see that all right. Lovely barbel. Been chasing this for a little while today. Had a couple of chub, as I said. A couple of nice little chub, but great to get a nice barbel. I haven't weighed it. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 4 pounds, something like that. But yeah, great fish on the boilie. But let's get it back, and probably got about another half an hour. So let's see what happens, if anything. Okay, as always with barbel, got to make sure you give them a good rest, especially in the summer. But yeah, always got to give them a good rest in the net, make sure they're good to go. Got a nice little slack area here, and he's been resting for a little bit now, so let's see how he's doing. He's kicking nicely. Lovely fish, look at the whiskers on it. There he goes. Okay, they're really going for it now. Missed the bite unfortunately, but literally they are being attracted to the big splosh of the feeder, I think. This took within probably 2 minutes, I would say, of the feeder landing. Could be a bigger one, but in this flow I'm not really sure. Oh, and it's got me in a snag. Oh no. Oh, you're joking. Come on. Let's see if I can pull it downstream. Oh. There you go, he's out, come on, out. No, come on. Oh. That was a bit twitchy. So yeah, as I was saying, it's probably about 7:30 now. Probably an hour before it gets dark. But I need to be heading off soon. Some pretty massive thunderstorms coming. And I've just realised I haven't got my headlamp anyway, so I can't stay too late. But yeah, they've just really switched on, liking these boilies. Let's see what we've got. It's definitely another barbel. Feels a little bit weightier, but to be honest, the last fish was probably about £4, 3 or 4 pound, and if I'd lost that I would have thought that was double that weight easy. But yeah, I must admit I thought I was done for then in that snag, but that's one of the issues with obviously keeping quite a big bow in the line, which helps the feeder stick to the bottom in this heavy flow. Obviously with that big bow in the line, it can take quite a, what we got, a little barbel. Yeah, it can take that slack line into that snag, if that makes sense. But yeah, nice little barbel. I think it's probably about the same size as the last one. Let's do a little up and over. Oh yeah, nice little fish. Try and do this without falling in. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, there we go. Second barbel. Second barbel of the session. Maybe a little bit bigger. 3-4 pounds, something like that. Maybe a little more. But great fight. Nearly lost it in that snag, but bit of steady pressure and it came out. So really pleased. But I think one more cast, as always. One more cast, and then we'll probably have to make a move. Hi, good evening, I hope you're well. Just wrapping up the video, wrapping up the session now. Just giving the rods a couple more minutes before I wind in and head home. But yeah, really pleased with today's session. Couple of nice chub, and a couple of barbel as well thrown in. So yeah, really pleased. It's so muggy though, it's still really warm, and yeah, thunderstorms are soon to be here, I understand. So yeah, the fishing was a little bit tough, but I'm still pleased with what I've caught. As I say, that I showed a bit of footage earlier of a trip a few weeks ago, and the river was really low and clear, and it was really tough managing just that one chub. So yeah, really pleased to catch a couple of barbel today and a few backup chub. And yeah, I think the weather's probably going to calm down a little bit. As I said earlier, it's been sort of early 30s, which hottest days of the year. But yeah, what that did mean was obviously a bit of surface fishing for the carp. So hopefully you enjoyed that footage as well. I didn't weigh those carp actually, but they were beautiful mirrors from Snitterfield Reservoir on the Leamington ticket. But yeah, they're all doubles, and I think the biggest one was probably sort of high teens, something like that, maybe 17, 18. So again, lovely fish, and I do love my surface fishing, I must admit. But anyway, I'm rambling on, so I'm going to wind in, and no doubt I'll be back on the bank here on the River Severn soon enough, especially in September. My favourite month really, September and October. Favourite time for barbel on the Severn. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get into a few more, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Okay, literally just done the outro, just about to wind in, and the right hand rod's gone. This is the rod close in, just towards that bush I suppose. I don't think it's a barbel actually. Let's see what we've got. Rain started. Oh, it is, it's another chub. Lovely. Found a nice chub spot down there by the looks. Okay, there we go. I'd literally just finished doing the outro and the rod went. Lovely chub. Couple of pound. Maybe 2.5 pound, but yeah, it's great condition anyway. But I really must leave it there. I'd love to fish on, but I must get back. But yeah, what a great session.